is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and you've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try to defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw on 3rd and short. That's caught. It's York. At the 35, he's loose. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
He's taken down. And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. So Louisville's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able.
Turning it on! They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Godfrey. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Looking to pass. It's Godfrey. Fakes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top. He's got him. There he goes. Puts him in the spin cycle. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert.
Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the offense punches now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Always fun to see 2 of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Fouls through the defense. Got enough for the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Oh, what a move. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Third down coming up.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period.
7, Louisville.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Godfrey. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. He might want another.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets it out fast.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
DB's right up on the receivers. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
To the air, it's Godfrey. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away.
Number 19, on to kick it away.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the Heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Forced out of the pocket. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
You know, I think that was nickel right there, and I do like bringing in an extra DB. Why? Not only can that guy cover in the slot, but he can also blitz. You can kind of disguise and hide what you're doing because you got more guys that can really rush the passer or cover in the back end. So
big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Using his legs, it's York. Breaks into the open. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
The throw to the outside is complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. The throw. Trying to pull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Dropping back, it's Godfrey. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback may change this route. Might be looking to run. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. Makes the grab. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's K. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? Well, a lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looking to scramble. Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give. Fighting off the defender. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep and get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He saw man coverage, and the idea just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He's got it. He gets a block. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
And first down for the offense.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The short hands, it's Cade. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up. And put one more on the lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. To the air, it's Godfrey. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
But you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. effective hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Secures it at the 30. The coverage team was down. Corral him, they made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Can't get him to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense haul these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bring in the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 4th down, looking to pass. This one's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
At the 37.
No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver.
Oh, he's got some space.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Grabbed in the middle, it's Frost. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. And the Buckeyes will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Dropping back, it's Godfrey. Caught over the middle, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Gets it to the back. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida Atlantic was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Boca. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big deal that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give as they work on that clock. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Go straight ahead. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this offense has had a good day. And more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season. Bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise,
You're right, man. At this level,
turning it on. Stopped stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to pass, it's Godfrey. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And the Cardinals will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Gets it to him on the screen.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
To throw, it's Godfrey. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They believe they can run right here. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down across the 35. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.